And you can't talk about any of these changes without talking about the guy who's pulling the strings, Mike Kafka. And whether or not you think he should be the long-term head coach, here's one thing that is undeniable. The culture feels different with Kafka in charge. I mean, this guy benched Abdul Carter for missing the walkthrough. That's accountability. He's calmer on the sideline. No meltdowns, no tantrums, no chaos. The offense functions at a very high level. 6 TDs on opening drives in 12 games so far. That matches the total number of opening drive touchdowns the Giants had from 2021 to 2024. The players respect him. He's firing coordinators who aren't getting the job done. He's organizing practices with more structure and less confusion. This team feels more professional under Kafka. And it ain't perfect, but it's better. And these guys are more serious about their jobs, it seems to me anyway. But the secondary is still a disaster. You're keeping it 100, firing Bowen, that's just the first step to fixing these problems. The secondary is a full-blown disaster. And you can't sugarcoat that. We seeing blown coverages, late reactions, piss-poor angles, terrible leverage, a complete collapse in the red zone. And this ain't just talent related. This is a coaching problem. This is a player development problem. This is a communication problem. And Charlie Bullen can simplify things all he wants, but let's be honest, some of this cannot be fixed until the offseason. So what's the state of the team? What does this leave us? Should Dart return this season? Shouldn't he if he's healthy enough? Do you play him? There's an argument that says you should. I think he will, but I think it would be with a modified focus. He's going to want to win games, but he's got to be more self-preserving. Slide. I mean, slide. Don't take the hit. And while I wouldn't mind it if Winston finishes out this year, I don't think Kafka's going to do that. I just don't see it. These final few games of this year could be valuable reps for Jackson Dart. And I think Kafka knows that, and he sees the value in those reps. Bowen is gone, and the defense finally has a chance to improve. Let's see if Charlie Bullen could get him to do that. And some people were bringing up other names like Andre Patterson. But first of all, Andre Patterson, I don't think he's a very good coach. I think that his time has passed him by. I also think that he takes a lot of credit for the development of Dexter Lawrence that he doesn't deserve. I think when you look at the regression we have seen with your best player, and why is it that Nacho, while he's a high energy guy, he's wildly inconsistent, and Darius Alexander, it's not until week 12 that he's getting a sack. He had a half a sack, but week 12 that he gets his second sack. I don't know. I'm not sold on the guy. Now, I don't think he's horrible, but I don't think he's the guy. So I do think that they did the right thing by developing or bringing the linebackers coach up, Charlie Bullen. But we'll see how that goes. We'll see if we see the improvement that we're looking for and hoping for. So it's a chance for him to prove himself that Kafka made the right decision. And right now, Kafka's giving me no reason to think that he's not able to identify talent on his coaching staff and on the roster. So Kafka's shown real leadership traits, and he may be playing himself into a permanent head coaching conversation this year. But the secondary, it needs to be rebuilt, period. They spent a lot of money. They used a lot of assets to acquire what they thought was good talent, and it's been underwhelming. Now, some of it is talent. Some of it is coaching. I think by and large, it's a coaching issue. You can't be that bad in that many statistical categories and blame that all on the players. Not when we know what they've been able to do in the past. So that's my assessment of them. So I think the Giants really need to spend the rest of the season evaluating who actually belongs on this roster. Because moving into next year, they've got good cap space. They're going to have a very good position in the draft. And I'm not sure that I trust Joe Shane to acquire talent that we need, but he's who we've got for now. And I'm not convinced that he's going to be the one who's going to be in the war room on draft night or leading up to draft night and free agency. I'm not sure he's going to be the guy, but we'll see what happens.